I didn't want to start my day talking Xbox. I actually have this whole Game Pass video I want to talk about. Um, now that I'm reading the news about what happened today again, the last 24 hours of Microsoft and their Xbox Live Gold stuff, I got to talk about it a little bit. I wanted to include some of this at Game Pass, but I wanted to include this before they went. So let's go. So if you don't know, the last 24 hours have been weird for Microsoft. If you don't know, if you haven't gotten Xbox Live Gold in a while, they canceled their 1 year subscription. And I found this out trying to get it for my little brothers for Christmas present. Yeah, they don't have 1 year anymore. You have to buy like an older code. It's already printed. They don't offer it on their website. They don't offer it on the Xbox, whatever. Thought that was shitty. And I was like, oh, okay, they did this because they don't, they want to incentivize Game Pass. They don't want people on Xbox Live just gold from 6 months. But then the price hike started. That was the red flag to me that if you go back and see any of my videos that I bitch about the new consoles and how they're not like good on they're not deals in the same way that everybody says that they are. There's lots of hidden fees and things that are associated with getting a game console. Having to pay for online sucks. I pay for my Wi-Fi. Grown ass adult. That should be enough. But it's not. You have to pay for the subscription to be able to use. Now, $60 a year is already, by the time you add that up, if you have a console for its real length of like 4 or 5 years, it's close. For 5 years, having that as a console, that's $300. You better get your $300 worth out of it. Like when I'm playing on Sony, there's games with gold. Yeah, sure. But almost none of those are new. All their new stuff is essentially now going to Game Pass. But for Sony, like, I just get a free PS5 game every 3 months. Now that's the way that happens. But I used to just get old PS3 game, old PS4 game. Then they eventually did away with the PSP and like PS3 games. They just did like 2 PS4 games a month. That's awesome. Now, is that worth $60 a year? Possibly. Depends on the games that I'm getting. But it's basically still a subscription service. I can't play those games even offline. If I download Battlefront, I can't play Battlefront offline without Xbox or the PlayStation Plus. So it's not amazing. It still sucks. I'd rather not. I'd rather have to pay for a subscription that allows me to get those free, like the gold games, and have just the online for free. Then I wouldn't need to buy it every single month. That lets the user have a little leeway in getting to choose what they want. A little fucking choice here. And Xbox, they don't have that. So the last thing they just did was, before going back on their word today, essentially doubling the price. So it was $60 for 6 months of Xbox Live Gold. It's now permanently $10 a month on a discount. That is fucking like, and I know what's going to happen because they rescinded that today. So all the fans are going to go, oh, okay, see, we just need pushback. And now they're also announcing that they are going to do away with the free-to-play stuff to go on there. Oh, I didn't even know that was I didn't even have Xbox to even know that was associated with that. Like, you needed to have an Xbox Live account to be able to play Fortnite and Apex Legends. Really? Like Fall Guys? Are you serious? And they're going to undo that now. Everybody's going to forget about this. It's going to be like Nvidia with their graphics cards. They had no stock for months. They held back stock until the competition released their cards, and then they released their stock after purposely holding it back, and people forgot, and now go, oh, you can't get AMD, you can only get Nvidia. Yeah, but you forgot the fact that they fucked you over for months just to get a leg up on the competition, kind of, to make the competition look worse or look like themselves while everybody forgets. It's going to be that same thing. So a couple months, a year down the road, this is going to be Xbox's goal. They're not going to want 12 months and $60 a year for Xbox Live. They're looking at it going like, holy shit, we're giving them like 3-4 games free a month, even though they're like old Xbox and Xbox 360 games. Yeah, geez, that's a lot. They're going to go back on this. This is what they want. This is very telling on Xbox. Microsoft. Okay. There's really no this ties into a lot of the negatives of Game Pass. I'll give a little spoilers for my Game Pass video I'm going to be recording next. I don't like the fact that it's inexpensive for now. I don't like that. At first, it was $10 a month. It was $5 for PC on like a sale. Then they permanently raised. There's no base Game Pass, and by the time they start making tiers for Game Pass is when you start losing me, right? Because if you're making tiers for Game Pass, it means that there's some reason for the tiers. There is no tier for Xbox Live Gold. So what does that mean? If you have tiers for Game Pass, in order to use Game Pass in a lot of those games that have online features and functions, you need Xbox Live Gold. So what does that do? That forces you to be stuck in the position to be dependent on Xbox Live Gold for Game Pass. You can't have Game Pass without Gold. If you want to try, go ahead, and you're going to come up with some fucking problems. You can download Doom Eternal. Can't play it online. You can play Master Chief Collection all you want. Can't play online. Among Us can't play on fucking line. It's really dumb because that's already a complaint from everyone on every side. Like Xbox fans and PlayStation fans should both be in unison agreement that $60 a year for the ability to just use online sucks. We don't want it anymore. We want to be caught up to PC where they've been since, I don't know, for fucking ever. And if I have an internet connection that I'm paying for and good internet that I'm paying more for to keep up with these fucking things, then that should be enough. That's what we should all unilaterally, whatever it is, we should just be able to agree on. And this sucks. And this is what they're going to do. You're eventually going to see them raise the prices. Now, it's not going to be double, but if you don't think you're going to see it go to $40 or $45 every 6 months and see it overall go to like $70 or $75 for the whole year, if you don't think you're going to see that, you're out of your fucking minds. And there's no difference. Like, there's no reason to charge more money now than they did during the Xbox 360 era. Like, what are you getting? And that's where this whole like Game Pass situation just muddies the water for Xbox Live Gold. Like, as a PlayStation user, I don't like PlayStation Now. I don't. It doesn't have the variety that Game Pass does for as long as it does. It's all right, but it's $10 a fucking month to not even own the game. And when a lot of their games coming out aren't as good as their PlayStation Plus stuff, well, fuck that. What do I need PlayStation Now for? Rocket League's free. Now it's not stuck behind PlayStation Now. I didn't need it anymore. That's it. Got rid of that shit. Actually, I got rid of that shit after 2 months. What else is on there? Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man sometimes. So, stuff like that's been on there. Like, the PlayStation, the PS Plus collection? It was like God of War, Bloodborne, Resident Evil 7, and all that. That's a better deal than all of PlayStation Now, and you get that just for being on there. But Xbox doesn't have this. Like, I don't know what Microsoft is thinking and how this was supposed to go, too. Like they released a console that's on a hardware level the most powerful, but trades blows with something that's weaker than it. Something that's cheaper than it when you come to the digital edition, because there's no digital edition for the Series X. When you have this, when you have a console that launches without any exclusives, and you go ahead and pull, like, Phil's already making comments about, here's a user poll. Do people want the same features that's on DualSense on Xbox? No shit, Phil. We would love to see you guys do something called innovate. I'd love to fucking see that. Maybe I can actually say good things about Xbox again. Like, no shit. It's these obvious, like, duh fucking moments that come out of Microsoft that I don't understand why they're still in the game business. And I'm just saying this to be mean, really, like, to them. Like, I know why they're in the game business. They're not failing as much as I'm making it seem. But this is so stupid. Like, if Sony did this, you would be hearing everything from Nintendo fanboys, the Xbox fanboys, the PC diehards, people who just like to stir the pot like me. You'd be hearing that relentlessly. There'd be memes the next fucking day. And this should be an outrage. There's no reason to charge a premium to be able to use your internet. This is the whole, we're getting back to paying for next gen upgrades. Well, what's the next gen upgrade? A re-released version for $40 or $50? That sucks. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. If it gets re-released for PS5 and I have to pay more money for it, I'm just going to buy the PC edition and say, fuck that game when it comes to Sony. I'm just going to get pissed off. It's going to do nothing other than that. So don't even release a paid edition. The Control Ultimate Edition. You can only get the next gen upgrade if you got the Ultimate Edition, not if you got the regular edition for PlayStation. So if you were a diehard fan and of I forgot whatever the same studio did Alan Wake, whatever the studio is for them. If you're a diehard fan of them and you got their game day one, guess what? You get shit out of luck. That type of shit sucks. When you fuck over your consumers, when you fuck over your fans, like to get other fans or to get more money, it's not going to last. And everybody's going to tell you to go fuck yourself eventually. And that's exactly what happened in the last 24 hours. Everybody collectively told Microsoft to go fuck themselves.